So to start off making my healthy platter, I'm going to make my hummus. So with my hummus, I put in a can of chickpeas. I like to use the Cerise Organics chickpeas, and then I will use the organic whole tahini from Cerise Organics as well. So I'll put a good couple tablespoons of the unwhole tahini paste into the NutriBullet. I will then put in a clove of garlic and a good squeeze of lemon. After that, I will then put my kumara in, which I had prepared earlier. So I boil the kumara, let it cool for a little bit, and then place that into the NutriBullet as well. Once that is all in, I will blend it up and it will make a nice smooth concoction. I find the NutriBullet is the best thing to use. When I put it in my blender, it takes me ages, but as soon as I put it in the magic NutriBullet, it just blends up and it comes out so smooth. Just like store-bought hummus, but better for you because there's no preservatives and no added oils that are so unnecessary. It was so cute. After I made the hummus, Mia started making this noise like she wanted some, so we gave her some and she absolutely loved it. We gave her some on her for her lunch. It was so cute. So after making my hummus, I then make my flat buckwheat bread. I'm not going to go into too much detail on how I make this because I'm going to make another vlog on how to make this, as so many people I make it for absolutely love it. It's so tasty and such a better alternative for putting bread or other crackers onto your platters. So as I start plating everything together, I put my crackers down, which are Penati, a new brand that I've discovered, and they are amazing. The ingredients are so good. There's no additives, there's no preservatives, there's nothing nasty in these crackers. They are so good and really low carb, so I really like those. So I put some of those onto my platter, and then I added my Hello Raw chocolate coconut macaroons, which are so tasty, and it's so easy to eat the whole bag. It's not a good idea, but it is so easy. They are so moreish. So I put them onto my platter, hoping that everyone grabs one each so I'm not left to eat all of them. And once I've laid out those, I then add my Loving Earth caramel chocolate. Caramel Loving Earth is my absolute favourite. It's so good, so tasty, and you wouldn't even think that you're eating something that's got health benefits in it. Crazy how chocolate can be made healthy, and Loving Earth have just nailed it. They have just made the best healthy caramel chocolate out there. So after that, I then get my avocado. Now what I do with my avocado is I cut it in half, and I get my fork and I kind of just grate down the avocado with my fork to make it easier to spread on things. I then add a little bit of salt onto my avocado and just place it onto the platter in its shell. So a healthy platter is not complete without some yummy fruit on it, so try and use seasonal fruit. Nectarines are slowly starting to come back out into season, which is awesome, so I added a couple of nectarines. I just sliced them up into thin slices and placed them around the platter. Once I had done that, I got my buckwheat flatbread and I cut it into triangles. It's just the easiest way to put things on it. You can roll it up as like a little wrap, or you can just, it's easier to eat, put it that way. I then grabbed the salmon, and all I had for my salmon was just a packet of pre-smoked salmon, and I just made sure that the salmon didn't have too much sugar or anything added onto it while it was smoked. In my fridge I had some leftover vegetables from dinner last night, so what I did there was I just added them to the platter, because you can't beat cold broccoli and cold carrots. I mean, I love it. I don't know about you, but it's nice just to have some veg arrangement onto the platter. And I also added some kiwi fruit, because kiwi fruits are also in season at the moment and they are just so tasty. And at the moment green kiwi fruit is just so good. It's just the right texture, it's not too hard, not too bitter, it's just perfect. And there we have it. This is my healthy platter. So this is what I would serve if I was having friends over, or if we just didn't feel like having dinner and we felt like having a platter instead and just felt like nibbling. You know how sometimes you just feel like sitting there, watching a movie, relaxing, not having dinner but just nibbling on some platter food? So this is what I would do. Also, quite often me and one of my best friends, we will just meet up with each other and just make a healthy platter just so we have an excuse to eat one. It's just such a nice way of catching up with friends and talking over good food. So I gave my mum and dad this platter and they loved it. So that was really good. I was really happy with it. They loved the buckwheat bread. A lot of people are a little bit funny about it when they see it, but once they try it, especially with some of that yummy homemade hummus, they love it. So it's a really good little key ingredient of mine for the healthy platters. And I think Mia also really enjoyed some of the platter food. She had some nectarine, a little piece of buckwheat bread, and she loved the hummus, which is perfectly fine for her because there's nothing wrong. There's no additives or anything in it, so there's nothing wrong with giving her a little bit of homemade hummus, in my opinion. Yeah, so thank you so much for watching today's vlog. I really hope you learned a little bit about how to make a healthier platter, or just how to, you know, snack healthier even, because some of these foods that I've put on this plate are great little snacks. I wouldn't eat the chocolate clean treats too much. They, you know, even though they are made with healthier food, they are still really high in calories. So every now and again is good for those. So don't go too overboard. Just because it's healthy doesn't mean you can have lots of it. It's like anything. But yeah, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in my next video.